decided to thread Prettiest up. Interestingly, Prettiest has the same, I don't know, barn red, dark red thread. And the bobbin in there is a little bit of rust on, and the shuttle is one of the dirtiest of them. Not as bad as treadle, the first one, but I did have to go through the dental pick and pick out a lot. And this little corner over here, I don't know if I can zoom in. Almost looks like that I must file a corner down. I'm not 100% certain there. It's a needle might have broke. And then the shuttle cover, it's pretty gross too. There's actually a little corrosion there. I had a dental scrape that off and clean that. And really, I should probably solve it and clean this a little more, but just like most of it, there's a little more of a residue. I would say like a thicker oil or something used. But, boy, that top side's prettiest. So, I'm going to go ahead and pause and try to, I think I'm going to do the eyeglass cover first, just see how she does with that for first stitch. Okay, Prettiest is a little stubborn to pick up thread, and I'm like kind of dumbfounded. I looked at the bobbin, I didn't have the thread pulled right in the center and out a little bit. So, oh well. That case too, I forgot if I mentioned, it was set in so the string would pull counterclockwise versus clockwise, so I rotated the bobbin, and I showed I cleaned that out, and I started off on one, like kind of not thinking, and bird's nest, so totally not enough tension. Looks okay, looks decent up top. The feed depressor bar I probably can adjust a little more, but yeah, that was kind of an issue with the blah. So I decided, well, I'll just go right down to that 4 or 5 notch. And plus I noticed there's a lot of oil on the case, you can see in the feed dogs, and just stitched the paper towel, which is perfect. So that was hilarious. We're going to pause and then continue. Yeah, that seemed to nail it. So I think there's one like the transition stitch. So is that the stitches I thought they looked perfect. Yeah, somewhere one of those I think. That's the orange thread though? That's just that material. It's like the material. Otherwise, looks great from what I can see. Possibly a little more tension. Oh, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, it'll be this in the middle. No, it looks great. And maybe you can put a little more tension. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks great. Other than oily, I forgot what I started off with. I want to say it's 4. I think that's 4. Then I went down to where it's 2, at least the upper side is at the marker. So it was 4, 2, and I remember for sure 5, and then up to all the way up past 7. I guess that's technically a little past 7. So looks good. Other than oily, this one is pretty oily. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, looks great. Blows through all that. So I'll do a double layer now. This time, when I did this, I had the presser bar down, but I loosened that up a little bit. I'll try to do the folded side next. And let's see, I think I'll leave the presser bar up and do that. All right. Yeah. Wow. Huh. So 2 layers. Beautiful. Looks perfect. That was at the highest level. And then I stopped at the top parts on the 2. So that is going to be the, focus for me, second orange thread stitching down. So the top one's Rusty, which might have a little longer. Rusty has a little longer stitch. I wonder if Rusty's giving me my longest stitcher, and then maybe I'll use that one for heaviest duty work. Oh, amazing though, that tight of a stitch. That's at 2. I think that looks okay. It looks a little funky. I can't tell if that's material kind of cut up or... See, the first one might be a little loose. There's a little more tension on the upper. Yeah, I almost think you can use a little more tension on the upper. I think so. I see right there, kind of in the middle. The first 2, the one looks okay, and kind of, I think it looks okay once it started going, but maybe I might not have been pulling on the upper thread when I started, more I think about it. I forgot to grab that upper thread to pull it when I started. Hold on to it. But, man, that looks good. I'm going to do another line just to see. Okay, this is the furthest to the left. And it just looks great. I didn't change the setting at all. I did wind up that closer stitch is down on that setting. So a little above. That's about 4. Yeah, upper part's on 4. I left the tension as is, and she looks good. I think that other side I'm seeing, and this one, material poking through. So yeah, that's not thread. That's the white, like vinyl material. Looks good though. Color again, still kind of oily. I get a little more of the oil off the bottom side. Okay, good deal. I think she's good to go. So 8 minutes of Prettiest stitching the eyeglass case. All right, and the paper towel. Don't forget the paper towel stitches. Those actually look really nice. They look really, it just amazes me. All right, anyways, I probably should do some thread on her just to do that, but I think I'm gonna call it good. She's cool. She's good to go. So next up, what do we want to do? 151 or 153? Let's do 151 because 151's right there. Okay, bye now. Be safe, stay healthy. Until next time.